Hey, well, you know what DJ says? That's why there ain't no such thing as production in a box. Just hit that. I have nothing. There it is. Yeah, I have nothing on screen there, Mark.
We're calling this episode Zero Dark 30. Check 1, 2. Well, good morning, Dirty 30.
I'm glad you're here with that voice. You can talk. Maybe they
That's
can still
right.
hear us.
Oh, D-Top said he can.
Yeah,
he can
check.
hear us,
Go
so.
ahead then with that big.
That's right.
Yeah,
Well, good
I'll
morning,
let you.
everybody. We'll do an audio.
Yeah, give everybody a good audio.
That's right.
Check.
Well, I hope everybody's having a little bit better morning than I have been, and the audio and sound and everything. Yeah, this is the fun of going live every day. You never know what you're gonna come across, so that's always fun, I guess. Testing 1, 2, 3. Next, y'all have to send in some requests for tell a horror story. I was working on my shower last night, and the drain flooded my back bedroom. It was horrible. Now I know what I'm going to do on my day off today. Yes. Anybody have one of those little tools that you can get a broken head of the shower off with? It would be very nice. Let's see, today on the it's going to be hot, real hot. Oh, I do need a plumber. I need a plumber. I need a someone that can put the sheetrock that I tore out back up. I don't know. I had 2 leaks, one on the drain of the tub, and then the other from the neck of the shower head was spewing out all behind the wall. So I had to tear a complete wall out on the back side of the bathroom to get to the pipes. So then we had to tear the carpet out of the bedroom because it completely, when I say flooded, I mean it completely flooded, which we were getting ready to tear the carpet out anyway because we're about to put down some hardwood floor. So I'm glad it happened before we put down the hardwood floor because that would have not very, very good. But I do need a plumber tool, a little T-handled, little flange.
This is Chef Adams' fault.
What did I do?
Hold on, let's see here. We got
yeah, I would blame
just
it on
for
me too.
everyone to know.
What is it's like
comes in your territory.
I'm like Linus on the Peanuts. I just got like a little dark cloud following me around.
No. So listen, you said it a while ago. How? Yeah. Have you got me, Mark? I don't.
I can hear you.
Okay, I got it now. So as you said, Bobby, this is one of them comedy of errors episodes.
I have never. I mean, it got to the point where it's just funny now. I mean, you can't get upset about it. You're
No.
just okay, my bad, you know. And as a
Jay
PSA,
God, you talking about a meter key, Chef?
no. This, no. You know, if you're changing the neck out on the shower, on your going into the pipe in the wall,
Right.
usually because of the Teflon tape on the neck of it, you're going to snap it off. It's not going to come out cleanly. And I'm not talking about the shower head, the thing the shower head attaches to.
Sure.
The little neck. So it was cracked and spewing behind the wall. So as I was carefully trying, as the YouTube video taught me, to slowly turn it, well, it still snapped off. So then if it snaps off, they had this little tool, like it had some brass flutes kind of on it that was short and stubby. You stick in there till it,
Shark bite.
yeah, you tap it a
Yeah,
little
it's a
bit.
shark bite. Yeah.
And then you can, twist it out.
Yeah.
I don't have one of those. So if anybody wants to drop those off to me, I appreciate it. And then I've already got the neck. I went and got all my, stuff I needed to replace everything. It just, that one little thing, I tried to stick a knife in there and, catch it on an edge, and get it out and all that. I tried
that
everything.
didn't work.
It did not.
Yeah.
It did not at all.
And,
I wanted to do this at like 9:00 last night. So
sound like you need an ease out tool.
I need to ease up out of here. That's for sure.
Or use a bigger hammer.
Oh no, the hammer was on the backside with that when I started swinging and tearing out all the sheetrock. It was plenty healthy.
Yeah.
Stephanie walked back there and was like, "What in the world are you doing back here?" And I was pissed by this time because I realized what was going on, and I thought it was just a little neck thing. And then I said, "Well, go turn on the tub so I can see how bad this thing's leaking." And that's when I saw that the drain to the tub was also spewing water. Now the house is about 53 years old, so I understand pipes rust and you have issues, but whatever.
But just not right now.
Man, if you get, I know there's not a perfect time to have a problem, and it usually comes at the worst time.
It doesn't it always.
But I can only laugh. And then I forgot to set an alarm, so I woke up. I looked outside and it was daylight. It's like, oh my God, So then I pick up and I was like, oh, it's 5:50. I think it was 5:26. So I was like, oh, okay, well, So my normal alarm clock that I usually get up without an alarm clock every morning about 5:30, which is, I don't know, I'm off today. It's like, why can't my body go, sleep in?
You can't do that.
No, which I'm glad it didn't this morning, or I'd have been late or not been.
And look, so for me, it gets worse because like the older I get, the worse I get about not like you're saying. I got to get up.
Yeah, but I can't go to sleep because I got too much on my mind, and then when I go to sleep, I can't sleep more than about 4 hours.
Yeah, because you're. What did D. Fran tell me one time? You can't shut your brain off. You turn your mind off. And that's what they call REM sleep or whatever. He says people like that don't really ever get into that part of sleep much. Now
I can't tell you last time I had a dream.
See, I don't dream. Now, if I do, it's crazy.
Oh.
Now, if I want to dream, all I got to do is go get me a bottle of NyQuil and drink about half of it, especially sick. And I'm telling you, that gives me some of the wildest, craziest dreams that I've ever.
Michael does
crazy.
something different to me. It doesn't make me sleep. It's like taking crack or something.
I got some extra flux capacitors if you need one.
Man, I'll take any capacitor, anything to make me feel better about what I got to do when I leave here.
Let me tell you something. Real start, no start, whatever. Jeffrey Bork, Adam need me to come check it out.
I may. Me in this YouTube video I watched about 12 times yesterday.
You're right about that too, Chevy, and he did tell me that. But listen, I'm switch gears for just 2 seconds. Rough start, whatever to the morning. But how about Mark the Shark with the weather going on down here? I mean, it just got brute in Alabama up here.
Yeah, it's rolling.
We kind of got a good little perimeter of the community.
Yeah, don't think Starlink or don't think MediaCom for any of that happening. Boy, we struggled yesterday afternoon.
Yeah, well,
apparently it was down all over Bruton and everything else.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I finally did drag Starlink out. But I can tell you what's about to happen. You see that tower sitting out behind this place? There's about to be one of them strapped permanently about 80 foot up. Promise you, I won't have any obstruction problems. You know what I'm saying?
You want trying to explain to my mother.
Good morning, Megan.
Because her, she has MediaCom, so it was out. Of course.
I don't know that MediaCom was the only one affected.
I don't know what the problem was, but it was everything, I guess. And trying to explain to her how to hook up her TV to her hotspot on her phone. I didn't.
Well, listen,
it didn't work out.
I can hear it. Not that with her, but I've had this conversation with less than tech savvy people.
People that don't understand. And look, I'm not the biggest tech savvy person, but I can understand enough. I have run a whole network at Camp 31 from the router to run Cat 5 to switches to run all of our computers after the lightning strike that took out our POS system. And I felt pretty good about myself that I ran all that stuff. And when I turned it on and everything worked, I was like, all right, so if I quit cooking, I said, I think I know what I could,
well, listen,
I could go do it.
It's funny how those types of talents can come back to help you. I mean, especially because, just like you say, just like the whole live streaming thing, man, it's just so different now than it used to be. I mean, you remember back in the day we first started this.
Oh,
I mean, you go back to the old, bottom line days, like the very first. And I mean, this has come. I mean, I was telling Mark the other day, I mean, literally, you see that little screen and that little keyboard looking thing right there?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Do you realize that with those two pieces of equipment and this phone, that I can live stream anywhere I want to?
Well, that's pretty awesome.
I do that. I can live stream with a phone, but I'm talking about I can live stream professionally.
Yeah.
Like broadcast live stream from that small. Isn't that amazing?
It is. I mean,
listen,
I can remember y'all having to, totes of cables,
man,
all kinds of stuff to go from that to just,
It was nuts. And anyway, getting all back into this has really been eye-opening because it's like I told Mark, I said, I've got some stuff that was made when all this kind of started, but here's the deal. A lot of that stuff still holds the test today because I don't care how good wireless technology gets, it'll never be as good as something hardwired.
Nope.
Never.
Because you're always going to have that small little...
Yeah, latency, a little bit of lag.
That delay.
That's right.
I mean, it's always going to have, no matter how fast your internet, it's always going to have that little bit.
D-Tom says his body wakes up at 5:15-ish, 365 days a year. Yep, I feel you there, D-Tom.
I hear you, Don. She said she can't sleep past 6:30.
Yep.
Body gets into a rhythm.
It does.
It don't matter what time I go to bed.
Morning, Tracy Miller.
Wake up at the same time.
No, listen, Darcy Kennedy, good morning to you. Timmy said, I just switched to an old-fashioned antenna. There you go. Hey, I'll tell you one thing. I was somewhere a couple weekends ago that had one of these outdoor antennas, and I've not. I mean, I'm ashamed to say this. I've not bothered to even check one of those out since they switched over all this digital. Because I've always had something online or something, whatever. Yeah. And I was amazed at how many channels that thing had on it.
Oh yeah.
Okay. And I was even super amazed at how many HD channels it had on it.
It did. And when did they have 5.1,
Yeah.
5.2, 5.3.
That's what it is.
And it's a different. It's not like it's
No.
CBS, 1, CBS 2. I mean, it is completely different.
It's completely different, man. And it's wild because it's like you're going back to, I hate to say this, but it's like growing up with 3, 5, and 10 again. Like you're looking at
3,
TV
5, 10, 15,
Yeah.
and maybe 44.
Yeah. It's like, it's like
what's outside.
Yeah, and you're looking at all this and going, I hadn't seen these. I don't know if I've ever seen some of these television stations. I didn't know they existed. So yeah,
most of them the programming on it you really don't care anyway. But
I tell you what I did find on there that I thought was interesting. I know DJ would find this interesting. Is Grit was on there. So Grit must be free over there. We might ought to let him find out about that. He might shut his whole deal down if he was to find that out.
If he finds out it's free for that long, you know how much yard work he'd have to go do?
What I'm saying. Good morning, Johnny Sims.
DJ, you run out of some yard work. I got some at the house.
Timmy C gets quite a few channels. D-Town's have a small HD antenna that is big as a pie plate. Set it up in 5 minutes. Good morning, Miss Jean. Look, I was just shocked because I had no idea that there was that many channels still floating around out there over the air. I knew you had your big, 3, 5, 10, 15, whatever, some of those, but I had no idea it was like that. So
me either.
All's good. If you decide you really want to cut the cable,
you can do it.
You can do it. I mean, if you especially,
I don't know, some of this stuff keeps going up. Definitely.
I'll tell you, I saw a thing the other day. You talking about that? Good morning, Ronnie Mac. Morning, Miss McKenzie.
Hey, DJ's fourth grade teacher.
Fourth grade teacher. And you know what today
I
is?
missed out. I say every time that, I said, but, I loved my teachers, but, everybody has such great memories of her and fondness. It's like, I hate I missed out on, you see them across the pod.
But listen, I didn't have Miss McKenzie, and I'm the same way. I'm the exact same way. Now, I had Miss Mitchell, who I love, Miss Patty, actually a neighbor, and I love her to death. But I'll tell you one thing. There's a pile of folks running around tell you a lot of feel-good stories about Miss McKenzie.
Absolutely.
DJ's not the only one.
That says so much.
Oh, yeah. Miss McKenzie touched a lot of kids, and a lot.
The testimonials from her and Homer Howard,
Mr. Hamilton?
That's right.
Oh, man.
He swings stick now.
Hey, he sure. I'll tell you what.
I think he had some secret anger issues, and he was just trying to get it out.
I'll tell you what, though. If he did, Mr. Hamilton, I really can't ever think of a time where I didn't see the man smiling.
I know it.
I mean, he was. If he ever got mad, you knew it, but he didn't have to say very much.
Somebody that swung a pilot a lot was Sonny Steele.
Hey, yeah, he's the one that had that darn. He had that cable running from his drawer to the wall, and he told everybody he had an electric paddle. Now I'm not sure exactly what that is or how that would work exactly. And in today's society, I don't think it would work too well at all.
They have one, but it's for flies.
Yeah, but an electric paddle, and nobody questioned it because everybody was like, man,
oh my God,
if he turns that thing on, that thing would get you even worse than what you would normally get, So, yeah.
Vern, Baggett.
I'm going to tell you right now, in my opinion, he was one that he didn't just have that, he had that upward motion.
That's right. He had a home run swing. He had that uppercut going.
He sure did.
Or maybe I should just apologize. I am so sorry that I acted so poorly during that time in school. My bad, you guys.
Well, okay.
I think we ran Miss Langham off. We drove her to reading Brer Rabbit every day.
I was going to say, she I had Miss Langham. You talking about for English?
I think like 2 years, maybe 3 years after. I think it started with Kelly Lodge and Kevin Crutchfield and that whole group that by the time we got to her, she was reading Brer Rabbit and the Tar Baby a couple times a week. Yeah, of course, now you probably get canceled. for reading Song of the South.
You know,
Uncle Remus.
Here's my thing. I'm kind of, I live with a librarian, so of course I'm gonna have this opinion. But I mean, people, look, if you are fooling yourself into thinking that you're cutting off access to anything to these kids, I mean, look, it's just not hard to get out there and find. I mean, if there's a will, there's a way. They'll figure out. I mean, everything you ever want to get and see, you can ban all the books you want. What good? Look,
that's right.
We talked about this the other day. What good did it do Tipper Gore to have explicit lyrics labels slapped all over every known record to man at the time that had a 4-letter or 3-letter cuss word in it? I mean, what I'm saying, I'm not saying it was like a bad idea. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, what did it do?
Increased record sales.
Right. She brought a spotlight to something that people were like,
they being nasty in that, let's get it.
Yes. And the dirtier, the better. Yeah. And that's what started selling.
I can't even say
no.
On Spotify the other day, just randomly this 80s, 90s booty mix came, past, like, suggest a recommended channel or whatever.
Sure.
And I was like, so let me click on this. And I had not heard some of those songs.
Well,
maybe since the 80s or 90s, when I was just like, I love that song.
And man,
and it was nasty.
Yeah. And what's so crazy about it is it may have been, but like, I guess we all kind of knew what it was because that we all kind of knew that all these people that was, doing all this stuff about being gangster and stuff really weren't. Because real ones aren't going to be out there doing that, unless you were John Gotti and then you see what got him.
Yeah.
So.
Don't do it, children.
Yeah, don't do that. But anyhow, let's talk Camp 31.
Oh. It was what a busy weekend with Burnham's, Mary Michael's wedding and stuff. I mean,
I know we saw the comments after the Blueberry Festival, but how wore out were you after Blueberry Festival Saturday?
Ooh, that was a long, because I got there probably, I don't know, a little before 5 in the morning. And I think I left, I don't know, close to 10 that night, and then turned around and was back by 5 the next day for, Sunday buffet. So life of a chef is grueling. Grueling.
Man.
I just passed the 38-year mark that I've been cooking.
38 years.
38 years.
That's incredible, man. Congratulations.
Some little kid was at work that day complaining about their 4-hour, hostess shift they had, and they were ready to get out of there. And I was like, I work more in a day than you work almost in a week. So I just don't see how y'all. I said, if I, got off at 1 o'clock every afternoon or 2 o'clock every afternoon, I'd feel like I didn't have a job.
Well, and the crazy thing about that is when you get kind of geared that way or institutionalized that way, man, it's hard to stop it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, you just don't turn that off.
Oh, it is.
I mean,
it is definitely a. I don't even know how to, describe a chef. A lot of times when like parents are like, "Oh, my son wants to be a chef," you give him a little talk, and I'm like, "Yeah," I'm like, "Go to school, get a trade or an education."
Yeah, listen, you want to be a welder and you want to cook for the guys when you get off shift.
Right. Cook for your family and friends at your leisure.
Yes, listen, I don't mean that in a bad way. Everybody knows I'm a strong proponent of trade.
Absolutely.
I mean, listen. I'll tell anybody, people, good morning, Sherry Weaver, shopping on T. I hear you. People know that, look, you can't ever you got to work. You got to get out. You got to get after it. You got to move, and if you want anything, what worries me is these kids today, younger people today, they don't seem to want the same kind of things that we all did. And I honestly
their version of the American dream is completely different than ours.
And I think that's something we all gonna have to wake up and understand. And they're obviously, the older they get, they're gonna come around some too. When I say come around, I mean come around to being a little more open to thought. But at this point, we got to understand we made this. Yeah. I mean, tell me we didn't. Generation X is the reason all this is happening right now.
Yeah, good or bad.
Good or bad.
It's us.
Yeah. So
that, and I think a lot of them have. I don't know. We would have called it a pipe dream, but they see all these little kids, on YouTube and stuff that are getting all these millions and millions of views and making ignorant amount of money for doing nothing. Now, they were smart enough to come up with a YouTube channel, I guess, but I'm trying to tell Hotshot, there's millions of kids out there, but you see 2 that are doing those videos.
Right. And I'll tell you this, man, this is coming from somebody who look what we do. You know what I'm saying? I mean this. That is a full-time job all to itself.
Oh, just the editing of the video and putting
all
it together.
All of the things that go into putting a video together for YouTube. Okay.
That's right.
And then all of the stuff that goes on the backside to promote and push and get that video out there and in front of people. And you're right. It takes years sometimes. But the problem is it's kind of like Major League Baseball or the NFL or D1 football or anything else. I mean, only the top 0.00001% are ever going to have a channel with that kind of following. You know what I mean?
Not everybody's going to create a channel where they can drive around Lamborghinis.
No, I mean, that's it. They want to be digital creators. Less than 1% are successful. That's right. Melissa Holloway says, but do we really know that YouTube peeps are making money? No, we don't. And I'll tell you, that's a great point, Melissa, because if especially here lately, it seems like a lot of these creators, YouTubers, whatever you want to call them, it seems like a lot of them are getting exposed for these faux lifestyles, if you will.
Oh, yeah.
But here's the thing. That didn't just start. I mean, I don't know if y'all ever heard a little show called MTV Cribs, but just go back and watch any episode of it. All that's fake.
Oh, absolutely.
Every bit of it. So that hasn't just started. But they see these people living fab, and
absolutely.
People see that, and you think, oh, I can make a video once or twice a month, and no. You're making videos all day, every day, because it's not just about one platform. You got to be just as active on as many of those platforms as you can up until you get to a certain level. Once you get to that level, then you can just do,
whatever. Not everybody's going to be Mr. Beast.
That's right. No, that's right. For sure.
And he got in the beginning. So.
Oh man, look. Okay. In the gaming world, I guess it's really where he got started. PewDiePie. I mean, you can look that guy up. I mean, I think he at one time may still be battling for 1 and 2, but at one time he had the most subscribers on YouTube. I mean, now he was in it from the beginning. Okay. And I'm telling you right now, I can't watch 30 seconds of one of his videos, but apparently some people can. Okay.
I guess, you watch 30 seconds of it. I guess that's enough. But
do you realize that I looked this up the other day? There are over 6 billion videos uploaded to YouTube every day.
That's just crazy. And we still don't have a picture of a UFO or a Bigfoot. Way to go, guys. Y'all suck.
Is that crazy?
You know, even like on
Morning,
TikTok.
Chief. Tracy said, "Get a job." That's right. Miss Gail said,
I'm tired. I don't want a job. I want to play now.
Miss Gail said, there are a lot
that?
of these kids today that are in for a rude awakening. Adulting is hard when mama and daddy say no, get out and work for it. Yes.
No job, no check.
Yeah. That's that and the immortal
no check,
word.
No food.
Coach Jack.
Love it.
Let's see here. D. Thompson, we just had this discussion yesterday. These digital creators making money, it just shows how much people stay on social media, adults included. Melissa Holloway says digital creator says it all, creating digital content, influencing people by creating something digitally. Well, you know, okay. So in that respect, we're all digital creators. If you want to, you know, if you look at it through that lens, only, I don't mean with Melissa's, what I'm saying is the way I say and look at digital creator. What I would look at more so is say, okay, are you a content creator? Because that's a little different situation than
right.
digital. You know what I'm saying? And that's why they don't label it like that. Because content creator means you put, and that's what YouTube's all about, man. Content.
Well, just like on TikTok, like, you know, I see all these, you know, bass singers that are duetting with people that are basically singing bunch of high stuff and don't have any bass in it, you know, and they'll go back and do duets. Just trying to do one of those videos is challenging enough.
Oh, yeah, look.
You know, and,
it is.
But that's all right. I'm going to put some out because who knows? Somebody might see it.
Yeah. Hey, there he is.
Talk for them.
Good morning, Steve White. DJ Steve.
What's up, Steve? What's going on, brother?
In the house. So, Big Blueberry Festival Day, I'm assuming...
well, record day, probably.
Yeah, well,
I mean, it was, you know, it, for a day that did not have any catering. It was just strictly
retail,
people in the building. Biggest day we've had, I think, ever.
That's fantastic.
So it was.
Now, y'all had the concert there the night before.
The night before,
and was there something over in Market Park too?
Yep, the Tobacco Road Band or something was over there. So yeah, we didn't have, you know, I don't know. And I told Larry that you might want to get with the people want to listen to, not necessarily what he wants to listen to. I mean, it's hard, you know, to bring in an act that, and you want to be all inclusive, you know, or include as many of the population as you can. And those guys were good. Now, don't get me wrong, they sounded outstanding. But, you know, whiny, you know, old school country music, only going to draw so many people. You know, and you start cutting out, you know, different groups that aren't going to come. So you're cutting out the number of people that you're going to be able to get in the door. And as bad as it seems, you know, we were only charging $10, but when you have a free, you know, concert across the street in the market, you know, with a good band, are you going to go pay $10? Or you going to, you know, go somewhere for free? You know, is the way I look at it. I don't know. You have to consider everything before, you know, and luckily the city helped pay, for the guys. I think they paid half, you know, so Larry didn't take that big of a hit. But, you know, I've been pushing him for Halloween to do like a 80s. After I heard the music, after it popped up on Spotify, I was like, you say you're going to have, you know, at Bank Shots, Halloween, the costume contest, they had to put ropes up out back, you know, to fit people in.
Well, I do. Yep.
So listen, you know, that covers everybody. White, black, Hispanic, doesn't matter. Everybody wants to get out there and dance, have a good time, dress up in their best Adidas, come out there and have a little costume contest, give away some money from that. And I bet you can pack out the Hourglass because everybody's going to be out there dancing, have a good time, dressed up as their, you know, their favorite
Halloween's
80s.
always fun. Yeah, Halloween's always fun.
You know, have a party then. Something, you know, do like that. You know, if you want to break out some DJ, you know, shoot, yeah, let's break it down. I
saw a video the other day. I meant to show it to Mark the Shark. Just a guy. He's I don't know. He's probably our age. He's probably built a lot like us, and he's got old hat on, got old Nautica shirt on, pullover shirt, and he caption on it said, imagine if this dude walked up to you, you're the wedding DJ. It's a wedding DJ put on. Said, imagine if this dude walked up to you and said, hey, you mind if I spin one or two? I used to spin a few back in the day, and all of a sudden, this dude walks up to those two turntables, and he took control.
Breaks it down, huh?
I mean, all that old school 80s booty music stuff. Man, he starts scratching and mixing and doing all this stuff. And the old wedding DJ's just, his eyes are that big around. Because, that DJ's 25.
Hey, all they're doing is playing songs. They're not mixing.
This guy's 55, and he is elbowing.
Got the fader.
Yeah, he's putting on a show, man. And, this guy's just and the crowd, the whole wedding crowd just, basically, they stop, and they start watching, they start chanting this dude's name and all this stuff. I was like, now that would be cool to see something
Absolutely.
like that happen. Old dude just walks up out of nowhere. I mean, he literally had on cargo shorts and a Nautica shirt and a hat.
I'm glad he wore his best to the wedding.
And he was there to perform.
I'm going to give him some credit. I think he changed after the wedding for the reception.
Yeah.
Actually, no, he probably came like that. But.
Dressing up's always fun. Tracy said, I agree with that. Another place that used to have a big time Halloween party was at Odom's when Ron Tullis and Donna Madden, when they owned that place down there. Number one, that they kept that place like it was supposed to be. And number two, there was about 3 to 4 parties a year that you could put your on the calendar.
Okay, we got to go to that.
Yeah, and I can tell you, Halloween was one of them.
We had probably one of my best costumes and most fun I ever had. You couldn't do nowadays because this had to been 98 maybe, and we were going to see Widespread UNO Halloween show. So. Ooh. I grew my hair out. You know how my hair lays down all nice. When it grows out, it gets
wild.
It gets big.
Yeah.
So I grew it out for 6 months, and I'm talking about I had a afro. I painted myself black, and I went as Chef off South Park. And I had across the front, the red shirt said Chef, and my black and white checkered pants. You couldn't do that nowadays.
No,
you get in so much trouble.
Man, no.
I would get canceled, but oh well. So, and people were loving it. They were like, Chef, sing me a song, So I would go, lay me down by the fire. And they were like, you sound just like Chef. And I was like, why do you think I dressed up like Chef?
But the thing is, no.
Yeah, you get in so much trouble nowadays.
You couldn't do anything like that today. And, I mean, I get that, too. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I
didn't do it.
No. But what I'm saying is, but people that...
Could they make Tropic Thunder nowadays?
Yeah, no, I'm saying anybody that would know you were coming at that from a much different place.
That's right.
Which is being who, you identify with Chef.
Oh, me and Isaac Hayes, baby.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
I think that's be a first album we need to put out.
Yeah.
It would be like Isaac Hayes, Barry White, just kind of tribute.
Yeah, doing the deal.
Just sing about 5 each of their songs, put a little 10-track album, be available at Walmart next year.
Well, you're talking about music and stuff. We're talking about clubs or whatever, juke joints, whatever you want to call them, bars. One thing I can tell you from playing in cover bands for years and years and years is there's a lot of music that you play that you don't want to play.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, we finally got to the point where we had a 2 or 3 pages of songs.
Yeah, band list.
Well, we called it that, but it was what you going to do? I mean,
somebody puts a 20 in the jar and says, play this, you're going to play it.
And you're getting paid to be there. I mean.
That's right. Even if it is wagon wheel.
Yeah. I mean, you're getting paid you got to do it. Okay. So, and look, we were doing wagon wheel when it was just old Crow Medicine shows.
Oh
version.
before
yeah,
Darius Rucker.
Way before. Okay, like
that's
before
who
anybody
I always
even.
remember it. I don't even.
That's what.
I remember, them doing it.
That's the version. When I hear somebody mention that, that's the only version I think of. Now I'm not saying Rucker's was bad. I actually liked his version, but I've just heard that one so much. That's the one I think of. Gary won't play it. He don't like it either. Look, I'm telling you. And I want to tell you something. You talk about a guitar playing Joker.
I watched many of their little lives.
Oh man, but I'm gonna tell you that Joker can play. He can, yeah.
I cannot. I have a retarded left hand. I'm thinking one speed, and it's moving at a completely different.
You just can't. You can't make it work.
And it's when I was little, I had spinal meningitis, and I was left-handed. They taught me back everything right-handed, and it's my left hand. I had trouble when I played drums in high school, and that's why I switched to football because my retarded left hand, it just wouldn't work.
You couldn't keep up.
It would always drag.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, piano, the same thing. As much as I want to learn how to play the piano and stuff, but that left hand just doesn't work right.
Steve said, I'll give $100 to see DJ in a clown suit. I don't know. Look, I don't know if we can make that. I'd love to see that, but I think it'd take more than 100.
No, like a Monroe burger or two or something.
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know.
I mean,
speaking
which clown? And it's according to which clown.
I was about to say, speaking of that, what clown?
Yeah, are you talking about Bozo, or are you talking about?
I'm not too sure. He don't like clowns. If I'm correct,
clown.
Yeah, no. I don't think he likes clowns.
Hello, Georgie.
Pennywise.
I like Pennywise.
well,
I like horror movies though.
I like horror movies too, but I'm gonna tell you,
because I have a sickness, and you can ask anybody at work. I really enjoy scaring people.
Well, okay.
And people can't scare me back.
Wait. Is that Mark? Is that did you just lay down?
Challenge all you want.
Did you just lay down the gauntlet?
Come on with it. I have people that have walked up behind me, snuck up on me.
Listen, now hold up. I want everybody to be sitting here. Now this, y'all, in the immortal words of Buford T. Justice, okay? Junior, you are sitting here at a monumental moment, okay? Now, you're saying, and I do know you are extremely laid back, easy going, okay? So I know that helps because of your demeanor. That's what I mean. You know what I'm saying? That's just you. But you're saying nobody can scare you. That's what you're saying.
I mean, people jump out, but I'm not one to, scream like a little girl. And I usually don't jump. I just look at them like, what are you doing? I walk up behind people and go, boop, and
you
poke them and oh my God. And scare this girl, different ones at work I scare every day. I told them I need to make a video of that and put it out. Because I scare them every day because they're so easy to scare.
Man, people love that kind of stuff.
John Hill, I saw every hair on his head shake one day. And then in return, he tried, I was coming off the elevator. And for a normal person, it would have scared somebody. When he jumped out, I was just looked at him, and he was like, what, you don't get scared? And the thing is, if I'm ever anywhere, it seems that it might be a scary situation, or I think that someone may be around the corner. I mean, I've already got that expectation there's someone around the corner. So when they jump out, it's not, I don't know, maybe I'm so, I don't know, weird as it is, but.
Well, again, I think that goes to your demeanor. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. I mean, to my knowledge, you're one of the more laid back people I know.
I try to be.
I mean, just by design.
Stress isn't good for you,
Yeah.
So you just got to take it easy and take it as it comes, and we'll get over the hurdles. People get so worked up over some little things that sometimes I'm like, I don't even know why you're worried about that. It's not even a big deal.
You mean like crypto? Listen, I'm still trying to figure out. Now I do understand. His affinity to that or aversion to that. Is it's not tangible, you can't touch it. You can't. He said feel the same way he does about the stock market. So, I get that. I mean, there are people like that. They'd rather, have gold or silver or cash or
even
whatever.
like Tom Brady. When crypto first came out, that little roast to him. They were roasting him because he lost $10 million in crypto.
He got hammered on which what was it? Was that Sam Bankman-Fried guy? Didn't he hammer him?
I think so.
Yeah. What was it? What was the name of that? FXT, NXT, whatever it was. FTX.
Yeah.
Yes, some crooked crap.
Yeah,
And
that's
why
Tom
most people
Brady.
are scared of crypto.
Yeah, and they're like, if Tom Brady, who probably has all the financial advisors in the world, I mean, somebody had to look into that before he gave him money.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, you would think.
And he still lost. If I lost $10 million to him, that was probably like losing, $100.
Hey, listen. Oh, it may be, but I don't care.
I don't give a damn.
If you have to sit down and see that many commas, and that has a negative next to it, I don't care how many commas you have in your financial statement. That hurts.
I have an inner Dexter, so if someone did that to me,
I mean, listen, if you want to find out if it hurts, just donate 30 million to me. I'll let somebody come get 10, and I'll show you what it looks and feels like to lose that kind of money.
Man, I'll tell you.
Only deal is you got to leave it with me when it's over, the experiment.
I just don't understand. Well, thank you, Timmy. I try to be nice to everybody. And there's a couple of people I met at Burnham's wedding this weekend. They had some issues coming down from Colorado with plane and lost luggage and everything else. And I just, talked to the lady and kind of gave her an ear to listen to. And she was able to talk and get her frustrations out. She even cried a little bit. And at the end, I gave her a hug and told her it was, I hoped her trip back was a lot better. And, I think that's the problem now. No one pays attention to anybody else's problems. Everybody's got so many of their own, they can't. Sometimes you'll solve your own problems by helping other people because you'll get something in your heart that will help you, spark a little energy and a little bit of fire, maybe to get over your problems, So, I know I got tons of problems.
So let me say
I don't try to dwell on them. I try to still be available to other people and listen and give good advice and help when I can.
And pass it on.
That's right.
Yeah, and if you can pass on goodwill, then it'll come back to you.
Believe me, I got I got problems. I could be the biggest ass every day and be hateful and
yeah, but you choose not to.
And let life just beat me down. And then I would have a heart attack and die.
Yeah.
Or, I can
still
be Chef Adam, still try to be easygoing and deal with my problems with the help of my loved one and friends and the Lord, and know that they won't last forever and that we will get beyond it and past it, and because of the circle of friends that I do have like y'all, and I know that there's nothing that I can't overcome.
That's right.
And that hopefully that by showing some courage and getting out there and doing things, maybe I'll inspire somebody that is having some problems to stay with us a little longer.
Keep doing it.
That's right.
Keep
on keeping on.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do. And since we're getting close to what DJ calls the top of the hour, I'm going to switch gears on you only because I've been wanting to tell you this since we went on, but I forgot to pull it up and show you or tell you, ask you. Have you seen where Denmark passed a tax on cows passing gas?
Oh, I think they got it from California, didn't they?
Well, I want you to listen to this. A new law in Denmark challenges long-held thinking that it's better out than in. The Danish government agreed this week to a tax for farmers with cattle, making it the first country to impose a carbon tax on agriculture. Starting in 2030, farmers with livestock will be taxed 120 Danish, kroner. That's $17 per metric ton of carbon dioxide equivalent emitted from each bovine. A typical Danish cow produces 6 metric tons of CO2 equivalent per year. So that'll charge a little over $100 per cow. Emissions from pigs will also be taxed, though cows create more. I mean, I'm sorry.
Did the pig? They listen, can't come up with more tax.
Look.
So what are they trying to do? Drive out the...
Listen, I don't take all the politics out of climate change, okay? Take all that out. It's nothing about that, okay? But my thing is, who honestly, like, who cares? You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to figure out why any of that matters.
It doesn't really, and it's in climate change is almost a shoulda, coulda, woulda. It does. The Earth goes through cycles. I mean, the jet stream changes and brings hot air up, and then sometimes it changes and brings cold air down. But here's the thing. Yeah, it does. I mean, for sure. But I'm just saying. I want you to think about this. They are taxing a farmer on livestock for farting. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how else to say it other than to say it that way. I mean, again, it's another Buford quote, but what the hell is this world coming to?
Yeah, it is.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? That is crazy.
It's just another, I don't know. You know what I mean? It's just another way for the government to get a little more money out of us.
Listen, here's what's even more nuts, okay? Livestock is forecast to account for 46% of Denmark's emissions by 2030. And the country is targeting 70% emissions reduction by then. The livestock tax could help the Danes meet their goal. Elsewhere, the Tootin news comes months after farmers across Europe protested against proposed regulations on agriculture emissions. And New Zealand recently halted its efforts to impose a burp tax on sheep and cows. Did you hear that? A burp tax.
Yeah, let's...
A burp tax.
Well, they'll do anything, I guess.
Man,
if they can think it up.
Listen, I'm just saying this. I don't care about all that. I don't care about the politics. No. I'm just saying.
That's just crazy.
When we worried about taxing stuff on burping.
And Putin.
Listen, things have got.
Out of hand.
It's off the rails.
It is derailed.
We have got to get our focus back where it needs to be, people, okay?
What the hell is the world coming to?
That's it.
What in the world?
I mean,
I don't know.
All right, man. Well, look, Chef Adam, man, it's been a big time this morning. Yeah, I hate we got interrupted early, but that's just the name of the game sometimes, right. And sometimes you got to do what you got to do. One thing did want to mention what's going on the rest of the week at the camp and the weekend and what's happening.
Well, actually, it's kind of a slow week. We don't have any parties this week. Got the seafood buffet this weekend. Got the complimentary crab leg with the buffet. And last weekend we had some chicken and sausage Creole. And, I usually put some good Cajun stuff out there. And I'm going to be making shrimp and corn chowder this week and some other good soups and some gumbo and stuff to put out there. So, hey, if you love some good, you're still in town and you're not at the beach or the lake or anywhere, come by and see us. Come have some good food with us. I got the oven fixed, so I'm back making cheesecakes.
Uh-oh.
So
there you go.
That's right. There for about 2 months, maybe closer to 3. We were waiting on a part to come in for the oven I make the cheesecakes in, because the other ones, the fan blows too hard and always burns the top and the middle will still be raw. So, hey, we're fixing, to blow out some more cheesecakes and have some fun. So,
well, I'll tell you what, looking forward to it. Mark the Shark, let's hit the music. We got to roll.
Decline. Take them easy.
You want to take us out there with that big old
all right? Thank
radio?
you to all of our sponsors. Thank y'all for joining us this morning. Hope y'all will come back and join the regular crew. Make some fun of DJ and make him feel special, Ed. And y'all please join us again. We love y'all. We love the Dirty 30.
Later.